Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the ESL One Hamburg Qualifiers for Europe. Team Secret up against EPG as we get ourselves through the quarterfinals and find out who's heading on forward as we get ourselves through to the draft and find out what these guys are going to be playing as well. We've already seen a nice little run by EPG, but Team Secret, they are going to potentially be the gatekeepers here for the EU qualifiers. Trent, lots of gatekeepers nowadays, lots of them, but
I don't know.
It feels like we're having these gates broken down, honestly. Southeast Asia, China, we've got Keen Gaming, we've got Fnatic starting to roll forward. Is Europe going to be the same?
Well, I was going to say, you don't even have to go that far, at least for this tournament, with OG already being knocked out. If you guys have missed it, they got kind of stomped yesterday. 2-0. Did not look like themselves. Went on down. Couldn't quite find the rhythm of the Illusion Heroes. And they lost. So Secret, you can't mess around these things. Single elimination. Secret already had a little bit of a disadvantage, of course, because Fata's had some family issues, I believe they tweeted about yesterday or the day before, and he's been out for a couple of days. They've had a myriad of stand-ins. And now this time it's going to be Hook. It seems to always be Yapsor who's just grabbing people and pulling them in for everybody. Because apparently he's the only one with friends or something at this point. So it's going to be another one of his with Hook coming through here. And I'm looking forward to it, though, because this will be the first time I have got to cast Ace on Team Secret. And me and him have been... I've been on the grind with the Ace teams for what feels like years, He was all those Tier 3, Tier 4 European Cups. Guy was there grinding out with Pingvin checking the boys. Yeah,
oh boy. I still remember the defense was it season 5, whatever we did last year. They were playing in that. Was it the year before? Oh god, it must be in the year before because it was still when we had Monkey Business and Funf Jungs before they became OG and Liquid respectively. They was it Danish Bears, whatever they're called. They had a bear in their name, I'm sure. But yeah, he's been around for quite some time, hasn't he?
Team Secrets.
Even Light of Heaven in lobby chat said, "Good to see you on nice to see you on a good team." I believe he said. I was like, oh, "Jeez, like that's one way to say it." So yeah, looking forward to see what Ace can provide here. I mean, that guy's also got a bunch of different heroes. You never know what he's going to pull out. He plays Meepo too, but I don't think they whipped out yet. At least, well, maybe they have. I haven't watched any of their games, but there's no time to watch games you're not casting right now. I finished casting and then I tend to just go to sleep, get back up, and do that casting thing again. So here we are. And Broodmother, and now that hero has been popular. I was watching a Faith Beyond Broodmother while we were waiting for this to get going. I don't know how the game ended, but he's on the hero. Universe was on it last night. So gotta watch out for that. Gotta watch out for your Drows. Now, I will say Oracle Huskar, I think, has been a little bit of a missed opportunity. Some teams were going for it like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and it was just like free wins starting to stack up because AA is just getting banned out of the first phase, and every once in a while you can slip that duo through because Oracle's like decently popular anyway. But at this point, with a Lich on your team already for EPG, unlikely for them. Maybe Secret will be oh so bold. I mean, that is how they got to... Was that TI qual? No, Kiev quals, right? Where they whipped up that Huskar last?
It's super good with a Necro as well, right? You've got that combo with Life Break and Reaper Scythe, pretty much just insta-killing someone.
That's right. The what is it? You can kill any unit, right? If you have Aghanims or something in a Veil, it can you can kill someone with like infinite HP or something. It'd be like 10k HP or something. You could still kill them.
It's crazy. It's actually crazy. I mean, what was it? We used to see the Pugna with it as well, where you'd have Pugna, Necro, and Huskar. You'd decrep them. I mean, you wouldn't really need it, but just to make sure that they are 6 feet under, you decrep, then you life break, then you veil, and you hit them with a Reaper Scythe. They surely die. It's a fun little combo. But yeah, so far, what have Secret actually? What have they been up to? They've been invited into this part. EPG defeated Penta to get here. This is one of the kind of delayed series as Bounty Hunter. Bounty
That's not Silencer.
Definitely isn't.
Where's my Silencer at?
Hiding from you, Trent. He's not coming. He's not coming. But yeah, this is one
of
the
Puppy Nix.
10 seconds remaining.
And then the
I'd rather have Puppy Nix. Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Kind of like the same way they do, because he was a big proponent of the 5 Spirit Breaker, right?
Yeah. I mean,
but that here's a little easier to make work as a 5, though.
They could shove the Nix into the offlane still, I guess.
Bleh.
And I've Poppy on a...
Secrets.
Offlane Knicks. What year is it?
I'm not sure anymore, honestly. I didn't realize it was Saturday today.
Yeah.
I came into the office, come upstairs, and some of the doors were open. I thought, oh, that's a bit weird. Then some of the lights were off, and I thought, that's really weird. Oh well. Go into my studio, and I come back out, and there's a guy at the door with a package, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll sign for this. Who's it for? Okay, it's this guy. I go put it on his
5
desk,
seconds
and
remaining.
I'm thinking, like, this guy's usually here at like 9 a.m. Where is he? It's midday. And I come back to my desk, type into our like internal JD office chat, and I'm like, where is everyone? Is everyone on holiday? Is there like some event? And then it hit me. Then the realization was like, wait, it's Saturday.
That's a little depressing,
the amount
to be
of
honest.
qualifiers has been absolutely ridiculous. And then I'm flying tomorrow as well. I've got to. I've been doing laundry for the past couple of days because I've forgotten to do laundry for it. So, yeah, it's been a mess. It's been a mess. I have no idea how the teams are feeling with all the games they're playing. You know, casting is one thing, but playing and being under the pressure of trying to qualify must be absolutely intense for everyone involved.
Yeah, I've seen a couple people talking about it. It's like the non-stop days of playing for them. It's like 2 to 3 best of threes, maybe a best of 5 thrown in there as well. And you never even know what tournament you're playing. You play the same team like 3 times in one day, each for a different tournament. The madness has begun.
It's only going to get crazier as well, isn't it, right? Yeah. It's only going to get crazier. Right, Team Secret round up their first 4 with an Ember Spirit. That will be mid one's hero. So they've got Ace, Necro, Ember for mid one. Still unsure about the supports in the off lanes though, but Elements seems a little more straightforward. The Boromir Marana we saw yesterday, or the other day, and it was really, really impressive. Very, very, very good with the arrows. You know, he was hitting long-range arrows through fog after like 5 or 6 seconds of the hidden unit moving around, just lands them randomly.
He was hitting multi-arrows too with the talent. He was on fire.
What was that fight? He hit like he hit one of the core heroes, but he also hit the Oracle as well. So the Oracle couldn't save the core hero.
Yeah, it was just nasty.
It was real fun. They don't have the Void this time around, so Faye won't have the difficulties of landing Chronosphere onto people as they remove the puck. But what are they looking for here? That kind of safe lane hero, right? For Faye, the Sven. They could go for the Void, but with Clockwork and Sand King overlapping a fair amount, is that really where you want to go into? With 2 melee initiators, it seems a little bit awkward.
Remaining.
I wouldn't mind a bit of range. I don't know if Marana's... I feel like you either need range damage or you need to be very mobile, right? Like a Razor... Well, Razor's not going to do too much against an OD, but... maybe you could... Yeah, that's not a bad idea to ban out the Marana, because then the Marana could go safe lane. She's ranged. She's pretty mobile in terms of like keeping up with the Clockwork, keeping up with the Sand King. Yeah, that should be interesting. They did ban out that Io in the first phase. We kept seeing that from Blizzard.
10 seconds
but
remaining.
Won't be getting it today. I do think this is probably an offlane hero. I think they're on point with the puck ban here in terms of what Secret's going to grab.
Something for Hook. Hook, for those of you guys who don't know or aren't in chat, I've been chatting away with people in there who've been asking who this is. He's a Jordanian player. Used to play with Yapsor, I believe. Back on 4 Bunnies, 1 Turtle. He played with Yapsor and Miracle at some point. Quite a while back. He's like 7.5 to 8k, he kind of fluctuates around that area, so he's a very good player. Be interesting to see how he fits in here as the Lone Druid, as the final hero. That's an ace one, surely.
That's an ace.
That's an ace Lone Druid. Like 100%. So we can assume the Hook Necro potentially coming out, unless they swap their roles and they put like Yapsor into the 3 while Hook stands in. But
I mean, it does make sense that it would be like a dual offlane with the Necros. That makes the Nyx Assassin way better as a support. The Lone Druid could be on his own in the bottom lane. Looks pretty strong. So now, okay, we have a pretty good idea then for Elements Pro Gaming, right? You're like, okay, so the Ember's going to be on his own mid with a little bit of help from the Bounty Hunter. There's probably going to be a Necro plus the Nyx Assassin because they can just kind of bully together and do their thing, and Lone Druid will be relatively on his own. Clock versus Lone Druid would not be fun. Don't think you want to get stuck into that. Sand King versus Lone Druid is also pretty meh. So who are you going to try and match against the Lone Druid? I guess it's going to be the Life Stealer then. Works okay until level 5.
Yeah. I was just wondering if they could have fit a Weaver. Was Weaver banned? It wasn't, right?
Don't think so, no. Yeah, that's a good anti-Lone Druid hero.
But against Ember Spirit Necro, even if you have a Lincoln Sphere, you're still going to get hit by, a Yaps or stun with the Nyx Assassin, Ember with so much magic damage. pre-BKB, you can get very easily run over. And we did see that in their series yesterday, right? Game number 2 there, Weaver kind of got run at a little bit. They brought it
Game
back.
looks like it's on Yol, to be honest, on the Sand King. His blink timing is going to be super important. The infest plays from him, the instant stuns onto the Ember Spirit, trying to hold him in place long enough for to actually kill him. Not going to be easy.
Sure isn't. Lane-wise, I'm really intrigued about what Secret are going to do here. Like, where do they put the 2 supports? Where do they put the Necro? Is it going to be the aggro dual lane? Do they put Ace maybe in the off lane and have Puppey helping him out with the Bounty Hunter and moving between off lane and mid? There's a few little things they can do here.
I would start Ace off lane because I think they're going to try and match up to the Lone Druid. So I think but they have the Bounty Hunter. That's actually pretty slick. So I think Puppey's goal should be to get like in here as fast as possible. Or somebody try and find out what these lanes are going to be, right?
Yeah.
See if you can spot exactly what's happening. And yeah, he's going to pop that smoke right up. So haha, sucker.
Found you.
Follow you. And like, what do you even do as Yol here? You're just like, all right, well, I should just, I guess. Like, what's the point of placing a ward?
Yeah, I have been scouted. They know my location. Well, Hook moves up to top. Going to go into the Magic Wand as soon as humanly possible. Already has a bunch of the components. Mid one.
Oh, that's smart.
On his Necro, what's happening? What's smart?
Oh, he just like putting that ward there to kind of spot exactly if he comes back, and now he can follow him once more.
Gonna go for a lane ward here. He goes for one down there. Puppey knows the general area, but Yol...
Yeah, he knows it's in here if he spots Yol again. But Yol's being very sneaky.
He has.
Yeah, so he hasn't seen him yet. So he should know. He didn't come down here, so he knows there's probably a ward in this area. But as to where it is, can't be too sure.
It's hiding away. Mid one Ember, though. One of his signature heroes for sure. Outside of Invoker, Ember Spirit is probably one of his best. Yapzor boots first on the Nyx, and it looks like Ace will just be shifting down towards the bottom lane for now. Hook in a solo off-lane role as the Necro.
They're going to find that matchup they wanted, though, right? I think this is good for the Dire. It's exactly what they want. They want Lich Lifestealer up against Lone Druid.
Yeah. And then the Sand King can roam around from this aggressive 2.5 lane towards the mid. Ember Spirit, very susceptible, just getting run at when he's level 1 and 2. You know, Burrow Strike into Arrow, very, very potent combo just to get some extra right clicks in and burn through that regen. But this block here, I feel like we're seeing this more and more. If you know that you're in a kind of unfavorable matchup, you kind of push the lane into the tower or allow your opponents to block while you semi-block or let like one creep go forward, and then you get the kind of double wave or 1.5 wave and you're able to actually hold it up here again. So you kind of lose out a little bit in the first wave, you know, the first 30 seconds or something, but you make it back in the next minute or 2 minutes, where mid one last hitting like a god under the tower. You secure all these last hits, and now you're going to get all the experience as well. But more importantly, Sand King doesn't have an avenue of attack. You know, if you have the wave held in a neutral position, Sand King has all of these ways to come in and try and stun you. Now he has to go in under the tower, and there's no angle for an arrow, so you can't have the chain stun either. They're doing a decent job at chipping away at mid one, but it's a nice little move there by the Ember Spirit. And I like that people are experimenting a lot more with the blocking of waves, and not just going for the right, we're going to keep it in a neutral position. We're just going to keep it here.
Yeah, everyone's not just doing their, best possible block in a sense. The open AI, they are learning. The machine learning is being applied to our mid players apparently. We have the courier. That's a big courier coming through here. That's huge. What is this cosmetic?
Where are you looking? Oh, the
glance value.
The
Sand King. No, the Sand King. It just delivered right through.
Oh, right.
I'm
wondering what the hell you're talking about. I see a courier with no items on it back in the base. I'm like, well, it's a lizard. It's not doing anything. It's just standing there. But okay, I get you now. The Sand King's delivering items to the Mirana. Fair enough. Okay. But I actually do wonder how, seems like...
It's too early for those jokes. I apologize.
I'm just too slow. No, it's my fault. I'm too slow. I do wonder though, it seems kind of coincidental that people are, funking around with these blocks in the mid lane, kind of equilibrium and the dynamic of shifting the waves straight after the open AI bot and people practicing against it, right? It feels like people have been training hard to try and beat the bot, and to train hard you've got to, figure out ways to trick the bot or find ways to, kind of shift the status quo away from what the bot is used to. And what normal players are used to. You know, human players, they get stuck in these kind of, you know, ruts where, Yapzor down bot lane. He has a DD rune, but his open wounds and the right clicks from the Lich very nearly bring him down. Fortunately, though, Nyx with the HP regen from Tango and the natural base regen he has, 11.5 allows him to get back to a decent total, and he'll just stick around for now.
Oh, that feast against the bear, though. It's like, oh, I don't need regen. Look at Faye. 4 tangos, salve. He's doing quite fine. Very happy in this lane to be able to suck off that bear. Pardon me.
Well, we even had a little laugh from the Mirana there. As you said it, as you finished saying it, Mirana went, ha ha ha.
I know her sense of humor.
Great. But yeah, the Life Stealer is like that age-old pick against the Lone Druid there, right? We used to see it at what, TI3, TI4, and then we started seeing the Razors come out to try and combat the Life Stealer, but this is just a nice little
someone playing Lone Druid at TI3.
I can't remember.
Can't remember
mid lane,
his name.
mid one. He's gonna Sleight of Fist and Chain. Still, the final attack misses Boromir. Salve the mid one, no way. Oh, he can't escape from this. The final click, the bottle. The bottle saves him. Mid one's still alive, outplaying his opponent as Yol dives in for the stun. But the mid one Ember, he'll get the first blood. Well deserved with the slick plays.
And a little bit of luck. Just a little bit, though. It was only about 1 luck. The rest slick plays. So
one
acceptable. 1 luck. And then a little bit of a tilt first blood from Yol. That's the well, I'm in.
Radiant are scanning.
Bounty this is gonna run me down anyway, so let's go.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, extra tilt, puppy comes and steals his bounty rune. Nice start for him.
Lizard. Wait, Radiant scan. Oh, I thought that was Lizard scanning his bounty rune, trying to see if someone was coming to steal it, but it was Yapzor scanning up there to try and go and snatch it under the nose of the Lich, but Lizard gets there first. Makes his way back down towards the bottom lane, where they are doing pretty damn well. Lone Druid 16-1 has to go back into the jungle just for a little bit of farm, try and get himself up towards that Hand of Midas, which we can assume he's going towards, but Faye constantly playing aggressively here, always pushing the bear back, and we're still looking at ace level 4, you know. You mentioned that level 5 where you start getting these entangling claws come through, then you can start looking for the movements forward, you can start harassing the Lich, looking for kills, trying to keep yourself alive with the Savage Roar, but he's got the movement speed for now just to get away. What is Puppy up to? He's lurking around, scouting for people, but Yol making the long walk up towards the Necro in the top lane. Mitch level 5. I wonder if they want to wait for that 6 to come through before they make a play.
I was watching a bit of Arteezy Lone Druid actually lately. I noticed he's picking a bit in FPL, playing a little bit in a couple of the EG officials as well. You know what he's been up to? Mask of Madness Bear into some more classic ranged Lone Druid.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. Arteezy seems to think it's still pretty good. I think he's been winning all those games. Pretty well.
Like Mask on the actual Spirit Bear. Oh, mid one.
No, ranged Lone Druid.
Oh, I'm the actual hero. Cool.
Yeah. Then into like Maelstrom, you know, those kind of shenanigans.
Are they going to turn this? Yapzor doesn't get the stun. Yol backs off just about right. Mid one is so difficult to kill. They'll now Shrine up. Full HP. He's going to have 3 remnants ready as well, isn't he? They could go and look for a kill potentially somewhere if they go and make a move. There's no smoke from Yapzor. It's just going to be the Invis rune picked up by mid one. They could set up for something on the bottom lane here as they do make Wander down there. Lizard, Faye. You don't know this is coming, but the Lich backs all the way up to the tier 1 to sacrifice the creep. Fortunately for him, that times pretty nicely with what Secret are doing, as this Life Stealer going to get turned on with a Carapace into the stun, mid one. He's holding on to the damage, holding on to the chains, waiting for the rage of the Life Stealer to come through and then wear off. Body blocking him up. There's the level 5. Hits in onto the Life Stealer with the entangling roots, but mid one here with the Invis rune. Sleight to fist, not even going to be required. Uses it anyway, but Ace secures the kill. Top lane though, in onto Hook. Mitch and Lizard, they rotate up, realizing the Life Stealer was dead to rights. They go for an aggressive play of their own.
Yeah, that's a good play by Lizard. Just get up there right away. Mix that extra easy on the Necrophos. Of course, you need every little bit of damage you can up against him when he's rocking a magic wand and has the Ghost Shroud. So, good place down bottom. As you said, man, the body blocks from mid one as well with that Invis rune are pretty slick.
No.
What's that mean, though, for Borania? As he is 48 and 23 in the mid lane. Man. He is rocking those denies now. Went wand and ring, and no boots required. Didn't really have to worry about his own move speed against the Ember with the leap.
still got to be pretty mad that you didn't kill mid one.
Mid one just down in here, just like remnanting into camps. Extra efficiency here.
It's the classic. And then he goes and TP's home.
Puppy. You got this one.
Oh, hello. Oh, is that going to be enough? Yes, it is. Gets it. Boots, obs, TP scroll, all removed. That was the Marana's boots, right? Yeah, Borania.
And the haste had already been used, actually, so and no hope.
And then the regen rune top is taken by Puppy, so the Marana...
oh, what a sad sequence of events.
Yeah.
Alright, you get the bounty at least. At the very least, but that regen would have been really nice to guarantee some last hits mid, just like keep spamming Starstorm. Man, Puppy is all over the place right now.
He's managed to hit level 4 as well. It feels like, you know, he's been running around a lot. Doesn't feel like he's, you know, made a massive impact in the lanes, but he's just been there, ready to strike. That fear factor of the Puppy Bounty Hunter being ready and waiting for you. Definitely on the minds here of EPG. Hook onto the tier 1. Gets gone on by Yol. He's going to reap a scythe though, but with a sandstorm there. Hook might be in a little bit of trouble. Hides inside the box, goes round. Now the scythe comes through to slow Mitch down. But with no kill, Hook has to run away and salve. The battery assault, the hook shot comes on through with that frost blast. They'll look to kill off the Necro, but the final click in, not going to be enough to creep aggro back onto him though. Puppy unable to keep them away as Yapsor stunned up and chased down. They have another cogs with a stick charge from Mitch. They'll bring down 2. Secret. They came in to try and save their offlaner, but he was way too deep. A sandstorm from Yol secured his safety and meant the Hook couldn't get the regen going from the Reaper's Scythe.
Yeah, that's almost a 1k gold swing that early. And the fact that it's all going on to Yol is very helpful after that first blood in the mid lane. Now he gets 700 goldish for the whole team and 400 for himself. Making the plays. Okay.
Ace has been left alone though. Ace has been left alone, and this means he is farming away like a madman. Phase boots up on the hero with a Ring of Aquila. It's like an indicator that potentially going to go into that ranged form. Usually, if we see the Radiance bear, it's brown boots, Hand of Midas, Radiance. But now, he's buying up these little items, buying up into damage on his hero. We'll see whether he goes for the Dragon Lance, the Maelstrom, the Mask of Manus, like you're saying that Arteezy has been looking towards. As that item has become a mainstay of pretty much every agi carry that you can think of.
Yeah. I'm down for the Mask of Manus farming. I just like it so much better than the Midas, honestly. He goes that route. Midas feels so depressing these days.
Yeah, it doesn't give you sustainability in the jungle. It doesn't really offer you too much in team fights other than just the attack speed. Mask of Madness is the best of both worlds, fight and farm. It's you know, kind of like the TA Deso, right? Gives you a nice little opportunity to get into the mix of things. As Boronier gets one of his raindrops popped, he turns back though to kill Puppy. Very, very nearly. He landed an arrow, but it was still on cooldown. Leaps away from mid one, the 3-man mid. Puts the fear into Marana, but Yol rotates in Marana. Stunned up as Yol looking for the burrow strike. The remnants away.
Yeah, sorry, that was impressive. Full out there. I think starting to see the disadvantage though of the support setup from Secret and why it is a little awkward. Like, it's pretty rare to have something like this. I think the Spearbreaker 5 and the Tusk 5 are special examples of good heroes for the 5 role because they can both initiate fights without any items whatsoever and with just level 1 or level 2. Nyx Assassin of Faye instantly up top there, by the way, jumps in and out. He's like, yeah, no thanks.
Necro lifted his hand there. He was like, I'm ready to reap. Oh, you jumped in the creep.
Oh, bottom lane. Ace has to use the Savage. We're on 2 to escape here, and the hook's already been used, so he should be okay. Focus down the bear instead. They might be able to... Nah, he's salving up anyway, so... Oh. It's going to be a bear kill in the end. Oh, no. Got him.
Who got the money? Was it Lizard? It looked like... Lizard
dark. Yeah, I think it was Lizard.
It looked brown, I believe. Did that rocket flare hit Ace?
I think his salve, it might have, but I mean, he got the vast majority of his salve anyway. We'll see his tangos. Oh yeah, but like, you know, Tusk Spearbreaker, they can obviously initiate super early, but we've been kind of struggling a bit to get Yapsor just getting to the 6, and now Puppy's also trying to get up there too, of course, because we really want that that track money to come through. But it hasn't been too much of a problem because they have 3 relatively survivable lanes. The Ember needs a little bit more help than the Necrophos and the Lone Druid, but as long as you're picking these heroes that don't need too much help, you can kind of do this stuff. And that's a nice burrow into arrow down bottom.
They found the kill though. Y'all, I guess they will do, unless mid one can pull off some of like moves here. The hook shot in onto him, and he has no escapes remaining. Stuck inside the cogs. He's coming to save Ace, but he'll trade his life for it. He thought he could maybe get away, but the DD Mirana running into Puppy now, finding another.
And YapzOr?
YapzOr on hook. Who are they looking for here? With the Reaper Scythe ready to go. They've been waiting for a kill over someone. Boromir would be the prime target to take down. They don't have the damage though. Not quite to finish him off during the Scythe. Boromir just sprinting away. Has to leave in a couple of seconds. This is likely just to be the Mirana escaping. Secret, they're losing heroes and not getting anything in return. Have to go back to the shrine.
Nice plays by Ace though. Of course, yeah, it sucks for mid one because he just bought his bots. TB's in to try and help, and he ends up dying, but he definitely saved Ace's life. And then Ace sticks around, has the bear just following Mirana everywhere. Even when he was outside the attack range, he was blocking that potential arrow that could have came out onto Hook, as well as onto YapzOr. So either of them could have been dead 100% if it wasn't for the bear following her throughout those trees. And then they almost get the kill back, maybe if they found themselves a root or something.
Y'all are scouted by Puppy. Lots of observables actually over towards the dire side of the map in that jungle. The stun in onto Hook, but YapzOr and Puppy ready to turn it back around. Unfortunately, with the Impale missing, they won't do anything really serious here, but that arrow from Boromir in onto Hook. They found their ulti down and they will get to a killing spree for Yol. Boromir picks up the kill onto the Necro. And the EPG leading by 5 kills. Leading by about 1,000 gold, but these fights, every single fight is going the way of EPG, and you mentioned the kind of awkwardness of the 2 supports of Secret. Sure, they're 2 melee heroes, but they can't react really. It doesn't feel like they're very good at reacting to EPG's aggression.
Oh, I mean, they're definitely both very aggressive supports in that sense too, but YapzOr now right back up top, trying to be aggressive, trying to get something going for
Puppy's dead, though. Puppy's dead bot again.
Yeah, he is.
Dusted and found. Top lane looking at YapzOr with a Vendetta ready. Let's see how quick.
I mean, there's an Armlet here too, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Alright, we got 4 heroes, though. Oh, no, 3 heroes. Thank you. Maybe we can save them.
Stun. Not quite enough. Armlet on. Infest in. 401. Yol running away.
I don't think that's the target he wanted.
Storm, but, oh, dearie me. If he jumped into a creep, maybe he survived.
I think they were all low enough anyway, though, I suppose. That maybe he was worried that they were in deny range.
Yeah.
Because now they've been death pulse, so it's hard to tell, but... yeah, almost had to save.
Is under attack.
Nearly there. Nearly there. Still a gank that works out. Finally, for Team Secret. As this lifestealer, he was getting pretty farmed. He had the armlet very quickly, even with that aggressive dual lane.
Dire's top tower
And he's moving into the Desolator now to deal with the Lone Druid Bear as well as the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, getting that Roach too. Something that's not too easy for the Radiant to do, really. I mean, they have the Bear to tank it up, sure, but their overall right-click damage is pretty weak. At least Necrophos has the talent at 10, the 40 damage. Gonna help him out there. Top lane, they're looking for Yol. The mini Midas of the Maelstrom is also complete for Ace here, but he's hooked up in the jungle. An arrow.
Nice arrow. The Savage Roar not in range. A kill off Ace. Mitch with this Dire Observer and a Sentry. So a great little pairing there to hunt for the Nyx Assassin if he's running through, but also good to catch Lone Druid as he's farming in this jungle where he thinks he's safe. Top lane, Yol probably knows that he isn't safe as he's, backing straight up with a Vendetta and the stun lands as he burst strikes out, which opens things up for mid one, but the TP's coming in. Very, very easily. Boromir lines it up. Hook just getting right-click down, waiting for the Ghost Shroud. Now he starts off with the arrow. Not going to land, but Yol hits the burst strike regardless. Reaper Scythe, it is here. Goes out, but it's not going to be in time. If it lasted another couple of seconds, if that Chain Frost wasn't there from Lizard, potentially Hook gets away with the regen, but YapzOr pushed back. The TD from Boromir. Carapace is there, but still the damage is dealt. And a killing spree for your Mirana. 3-0-5. As EPG continue to dictate the pace of the game.
It's so interesting to see Clockwork too. Like, I feel like he's been having a fantastic game for Mitch here. And it's a first phase ban in a lot of Europe games we've been seeing, and he just kind of isn't appearing in other regions at all. At least where I've been casting. We maybe had like a couple Clockwork stuff, but I remember when Lone Druid was first, once he had the rework and the Savage Roar thing came out, people were picking Chen and Enchantress to gank him under tower. Because then you'd have multiple units, and that was seen as a good solution to fear, right? Because you'd pop the fear, and then one of the units wouldn't be caught. You could keep chasing, keep the vision on them, stuff like that. And then people started picking Clockwork, because you can't run away if you're also stuck in the cogs. And we've been seeing that, right? I mean, that's what happens in the jungle. Yeah, most heroes, you just pop the fear or something if it's a lone druid, and they have to run away. But there's nothing you can really do when you're all trapped in the Thunderdome, and they're going to get him again.
Yeah, he's trying to play.
Where are we going to run? We're not going anywhere. You just get hit by battery assault. It's so good.
He's trying to buy a Force Staff, but I guess the Maelstrom will help him get there and help to accelerate the farm, definitely for the Lone Druid, but that Force Staff, the Hurricane Pike, is going to be so vital to deal with what you're talking about, being trapped in these cogs. Mid lane, damage done to the tier 1 as
Hasted Necropost with Scythe on 1 second cooldown.
Someone has a helm, the Lich has a helm, in comes the Absol, Borania leaps away, the damage in onto the Nyx Assassin, good enough, the arrow onto the Necro, lands from downtown, Borania in again with a diving streak for Mitch. They clear up 2 again from Secret, moving forward and looking for more damage into this tier 2. And well, Lizard, if he's not allowed to play
mid
micro
one
heroes,
down bottom.
Oh, you're right, goes in onto Yol. Lizard arrives, but mid one has remnants. He has a safety one somewhere as well, hiding in, yeah, just south of him by about 2,000 or 3,000 units. But he can jump back into the jungle if he really needs to. Mid one tries to steal the bounty rune, but he will just remnant back home to safety as five heroes converge into his location to try and deal with it, because that's how many you need to kill off mid one.
Top tower is under attack.
And it all looks really good for EPG, but of course there is they need to keep this going. Because if this pressure lets up at all, it is an Ember Spirit and it's a Lone Druid. And these two heroes can get wildly out of control. They start split pushing. They're hard to catch overall, and they're going to be scouted with they're going to have the help of scouting from a bounty hunter and a Nyx Assassin throughout that entire mid game. So unless you're going to invest like $1 billion in wards and sentries, it's going to be pretty difficult to understand exactly where you're being seen and where you're not. And trying to gank on these heroes won't be easy, but Yol's dead, and sadly, I think he was trying to set up for this Mitch rotation with the Life Stealer.
He was so close to his blink, 200 gold away. That's the first T-tours of the day. I was, sorry, I was giggling to myself. Lizard, he's bored with Lich. He's bought a helm. His real hero is the Saturn now. He's farming with it. He's pushing lanes. The Mitro from Lizard is real. He even had it. Oh, jungle, jump in. Yeah, so he's been found. Shot forward again as Hook. Hang on a second, that's not meant to happen. Where did he die? Top lane, solo. That must have been an arrow into Starstorm. That's a big kill again for Borania. 4-0-8 now on this Mirana, swiftly moving into that Manta style, which, honestly, well, 20 minutes in, it is complete as they now move into mid one. Does he have a remnant? He does have a safety one, so with a sleight of fist and the jump away. Nice attempt, though, sneaky. TP in behind the trees, look for the arrow, lined it up, but not quite having it.
They had Yol down here on one of the remnants, it looks like, too, maybe? And then there was another one back there, and yeah, he's left one behind, too. But no one's rotating down here. Oh, Yapsor is, actually. Maybe they'll try something. Look at the Dire. You see this? They're all standing here with a scan underneath them. Where is this bounty hunter? Oh, well, I found him. He's on your courier. Oh, looks like they were probably looking for that rotation through from Yapsor, perhaps.
Yeah.
There's a couple too many invis heroes on the map right now.
Puppey has no TP. So he is going to have a long walk back down towards this middle lane if they want to set up for a fight. But I think Secret, at this moment in time, maybe just give away a bit of damage, bit of HP on that tier 2. Get some split push going. Tier 1 bottom lane is half HP. Look to take that down. But Ace, you've got to be wary about farming too aggressively in this jungle area. They don't have any deep wards up here. You know, very commonly you see a ward up here somewhere. A ward maybe a little bit deeper towards the shrines. Look out for these kind of movements through from the Dire team. But there is nothing like that here from Secret. So Ace has to come back and farm mid lane. But EPG, they don't pressure. They are actually coming back and looking for a kill. They're hunting for Ace, expecting him to be here. There's very good kind of realization there from Secret, where they're strong, where they're weak, and bottom lane they have an Observer Ward, so that's where they'll start to play around a little bit more. As it expires, mid one, after a bit of damage on this tier 2, should be looking to just run away. They've not seen any EPG heroes show on the map for quite some time, honestly. They've been off map in the fog for a good 30 seconds or so.
Yeah. Such a difficult hero to deal with, though. This Ember Spirit. They don't really have the best itemizations. Like, yeah, they have Diffusal coming from the Mirana, and you have a Lich that can, I suppose, get defusal himself with the helm, which is also nice for the ghost trap, but it's not going to matter in the end if you can't stun the guy. And I'm not exactly sure. Like, they basically need hook into arrow, and that's not the biggest window. It's a little easier as the levels keep stacking up for Mitch. Eventually we'll get into 2 seconds, and maybe from there they can get something going, but mid one's going to have so many embers or items at that point.
How do you address this? Like,
I actually don't know how they kill him.
Like Abyssal Life
They like
Stealer
infest hook.
Yeah, but even that, like, infest hook with Abyssal Life Stealer may not even be enough. They go in onto Ace mid though, the Lone Druid. Savage Draw on the bear. Yeah, perfectly fine. Ace runs himself away.
Oh, but the hook shot.
The hook shot. Oh, Mick, hello, gets in there. The damage onto Ace gets him dealt with.
Great force staff to find that angle too. There's an arrow for you.
Onto him, so he's dead as well. Down the bottom lane, they're trying to go in onto Lich.
Oh, they got the track.
Should be an easy kill, and you're right, the track money starts flowing through.
Nice Shadow can't save you against Bounty Hunter.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Puppy's still in behind, but that's a 23.5-minute Radiance bots for mid one. Ember Spirit is really going to start snowballing out of control.
Yep. And he's going to buy Lincolns because he's thinking like, all right, the only solution is going to come from itemization. It's the only way they're going to deal with me. And yeah, maybe he'll get a lucky bash, but at the very least, I can stop the Abyssal Active. I can stop any thoughts of a Scythe or something from someone, an Atos, any of those things. Don't matter. Buy Lincoln Sphere. Correct choice for sure. And then the Burrow Strike, of course, is the other big one. But
middle tower is under attack.
Lifestealer isn't even going to head into the Basher, it looks like. He's got himself a Hyperstone. He thought about the Assault Cuirass, but now he's going into Mjolnir after the Deso. With this Infest into the Sand King, Yol moving across this middle lane. If he reaches this ramp, though, he's going to have a rude awakening, though, with Ace and Mid One both up on it. Mid One does TP out, and he blinks up towards the Ancients, but only finds the Spirit Bear.
Top tower is under attack.
Nothing happening
it's
just
hard to
yet.
figure out what to do as the Dire. I think they do need to Roche. Sentries are on Lizard. He pops one down, but it's not next to the pit. Do they have any more to go next to the pit? I don't think they're going to have to dust as Roche dies. They don't have enough sentries for this fight. They have gooped.
They have to back up. They're getting tracked now by Puppy. And with Secret holding this Roshan area, Hook is split pushing top lane. Don't even need to commit 5 in there to try and deal with what EPG were doing. 1k lead for Secret, 7-18. Feels weird. Honestly, it feels weird, but this is Secret just out-farming, out-maneuvering. Sure, the experience lead does belong to EPG, but you're going to have this tri-core lineup with the Ember, Lone Druid, and the Necro all scaling very well. You know, you look at their net worths, they're doing reasonably well for themselves, while it's a 2-core lineup really here from EPG. With the Lifestealer and Mirana, these have to be the heavy lifters with damage, while Mitch has to be the full control from the team. But something they definitely do have to start looking towards is the gem, but with good dust. Wait, how did he know? The Absolute found with the dust there. They just jump on straight with his dust on a few clicks. The Absolute stomp, Blizzard with a micro. Gets him. Chasing for a bit more here, potentially, as Puppy goes in, Viz and runs away. Trent, I thought that was a Dire Sentry Obs pairing there, to be perfectly honest. with that dust, Mitch just knew. He just knew.
I wasn't watching that part. I was just, I don't think they can buy gem on the Dire. They haven't yet, right?
They have.
Like, who holds it? I think that's the main issue because, they look at the Bounty Hunter. Puppy can't get the knife in time.
Oh, Hook might be in trouble though. Pushed back by the cogs. This Ghost Shroud lasts only so long. Another
this
maneuver.
Is a great Roche opportunity now.
Oh, you're right. We'll TP back Lizard just to sacrifice and move out this mid lane to get it across the river. Yeah, I think trading tier 2 top is probably okay for Roche as long as you can definitely guarantee it. But Yol stunned up mid lane, no Burrow Strike, no Blink. He's hit by a stunning Yasuo in there with a kill, and now
they're going to try the combo top, but they can't get it.
Ooh.
I mean, they know it's their only hope. They have to attempt it. Mid one's getting a bit cheeky up here, and beautifully done. Gets the tower. Make sure there won't be a deny. Feels safe doing so. But, like, they have no defensive items, right? No one's investing in there. Who even holds this gem? I would be so worried for them. That they would just, like, get found out by one of these bounties or nicks. And maybe you see them or something, but then there's some bots that come through from mid one, and then you die, and you lose that gem, and that's just going to be so depressing because they can't afford to lose like sentries and observers all over the map right now. They need everything they can get to try and track down what mid one's up to. And well, he's up to killing Yoel, and he's gone. Poof. For my next trick, I'll build a Lincoln's.
I'm gonna farm jungle from kill to jungle instantly. Yeah, I'm struggling to think of an answer to your question. Like, if you put it on Clockwork, he hooks in, he dies. Put it on Sand King, he blinks, stuns, he dies. Gem is going to get dropped no matter who you give it to, bar Lifestealer, but he's going to be slot starved very shortly, isn't he? Actually, it looks like he decides to go back for the Assault Cuirass. Doesn't go for the Mjolnir or the Abyssal Blade, but AC will be coming out as mid one. Radiance Lincoln's into BKB. If the only way to catch him out is to itemize and skill into it, and the only way to catch him out now is to hook into Arrow with a Stomp. They've got the stuns, but I don't think they have the damage. He'll Remnant away again, and Yapsaw actually goes in with a bit of an impale there onto Clockwork. Moonlight Shadow pop to give them that nice little bit of safety. Not required though, as Secret they weren't setting up the fight. That was just Yapsaw throwing a Randy stun into the mix.
Yeah, that one was just that was as close as they've come, but just not enough heroes there at that moment. And so away he flies again. But the Bash will be the next item for Faye. I'm just going to have to roll the dice a bit. Hope that'll be a good enough solution. Some sentries placed down to get an observer and a sentry for it. Nicely done, Lizard. That'll pay for itself. And Puppy, well, he's on the hunt. Place another observer sentry combo, not spotted by the Dire, and he's going to find himself a courier.
Again?
Oh,
third one of the game?
has been killed.
Wait, how did he see that? Am I crazy? Was that just pure luck?
He's just so good.
It just literally... he just walked into it.
Yeah. Oh, epicenter. Where are we going? Oh, we're going on a bear. Oh dear. Spirit bear. No, don't die like this. You don't have mana for Savage Roar. Goodbye. Ace will have to resummon his friend. Oh, they know Puppy's here, I think. Is that Puppy pinging them or them pinging Puppy? No sentries around, so maybe it was just Puppy saying that they're retreating back, moving across to the east to try and catch mid one. Again, defensive remnant up on him, so killing is very, very difficult. Mid one has created so much space for Ace and Hook. I really don't feel like they would have, you know, this level of net worth. They would be maybe 3,000 gold short on what they are currently totaling if they didn't have this mid one Ember splitting the map and causing havoc and drawing attention all the way on the other side of the world as Yapzor tries a little bit of a sneaky play there onto Mirana. Boronier gets hit by a chain, but Matt is out of it now. Mitch in onto the Nyx with the Lifestealer. One taps him. Yapzor absolutely obliterated inside the cogs, but mid one's invis and hunting for a little bit of a scrap. If he can find a solo pick off, that'd be great for him.
Dust pops out there. Find Puppy. Okay. Right next to the Roach Pit. It's their opportunity. Lanes are in a decent state. I mean, you've lost all your towers at this point anyway, except for the mid one. Oh, he spots this Remnant, actually. Boronier does. So they think mid one might come back here. They're going to try and set up on this, perhaps. They've got the Golem just looking at it.
The problem is, he's only going to come back to that if they go on him bot. I think that's the only reason he has a Remnant there, is if they swing bottom lane with, you know, 3, 4, 5 heroes, he'll go farm, die jungle, then he'll push top lane. So you're never going to catch it. That's 0% waiting for the Remnant.
Is that the moral of the story?
Yeah. Do not chase Ember Spirit, guys, unless you have many, many stuns.
Well, and away he goes, and well, I'm back. So they know where he is, but is it going to matter? Probably not.
He's actually going to go for a kill onto Yol. No way, mid one. Come on. Is he going to get this? Yol's very nearly dead.
The hook?
Remnant, hook shot. Now they've got him. There's the kill. Over-aggression from mid one. He was so sure that he'd get the kill and survive. But Lifestealer with a Deso and Assault Cuirass. That's a lot of minus armor for Ember to deal with.
I mean, he was right the last, like, 4 times mid one did that. But not quite this time. So, big pick-off. Obviously, yeah, he is buyback, but not gonna be worth it. Just keep the lanes pushed. So finally, bit of a preview here for EPG. I mean, you look at the kill score and you're like, all right, guys, we've killed him 24 times. How many times have they killed Puppy, I wonder? Like, it feels like, obviously, 5 times for him and 7 for Yapzor, and then even Hook's starting to rack him up with a 7 for himself, too, but it's been quite a bit of these guys just throwing bodies around the map to help out mid one and Ace in their farming adventures. Yeah, so
those lanes
gonna keep scouting.
Yeah, they're not in EPG's favor anymore. Top and bottom, both heading towards the tier 3s. Yapzor still looking for Yol. Poppy's coming across as well.
10 more seconds till mid one will be able to come through as well. But yeah, they needed that track. Oh, nicely done. They're gonna have the Carapace into the dust. 1 more second for mid one. Might not even need him here.
With the track, they want the goal.
He wants to join in.
They definitely, and he gets the final touch on him to take the kill as well. That's another 3-man track kill there from Secret. How many monies do we get? 268. Over onto the Ember Spirit, moving much closer to that BKB now. As Ace, we've not really looked at him too much recently, right? He's been very quietly, passively farming, just pushing out lanes. Honestly, very safely. He has done an exceptional job at not getting caught out the past 5-6 minutes. Now, he did die a couple of times inside the Radiant jungle, but since then he's not been going into the Radiant jungle.
They actually arrow mid one.
He has a defensive remnant expiring now though. He's sticking around to fight. Goes for the aggressive remnant instead and takes out the Aegis. Immediately gone. Yapzor hunting in the backside now with the chain front, bounces in the bear and the Emperor. Goes in for another hit as Morinir doesn't land the arrow, but the Starstone lands. And they will find a monster kill streak there for the Mirana, taking down mid one. Secret, they now extract. Do not want to be involved any further, but they've killed the Aegis. They've kind of stymied that momentum that EPG was potentially looking to build up with that high ground potential, breaching the tier 3s and the racks. But also the tier 2 top lane might be a difficult take for EPG at this point.
Bottom at least is feasible. They had DDM Rana. She's waiting. Oh, that was her BKB. She was just waiting for that.
Is that another one? Are you kidding me?
And he just got it.
Okay,
God, Poppy, God, dude, how does he keep finding these things?
I mean, that's like the. Is that the? I've missed one now. That's like the 4th one.
Holy.
So I've definitely seen 3. Absolutely insane. He just knows. He knows when people are delivering items somehow.
Yeah. He's got it, man.
Top-notch career sniping. Hook shot. Oh, close. Ace is still going to get arrowed.
Why is going in?
Borrow with the life shield. Trying to activate 2 of them. Hook. Nicely played with the automation back. Man, not by Morinir, but this is a big guy. Savage Raw sends it back to the Reaper side. Coming on through. Takes down the second. Mitch is now in behind tier 4. Running through past tier 3. But there's surely no way he escapes. The Shuriken bounces back off of Mitch's head into the Mirana. They don't care about Mitch. They want to kill Borania. Chain comes mid one with the slightly no chains. Remnant forward. There's no stuns. He needs the damage. Borania escapes with a TP. So Mitch will also get back to Fountain as they switch their efforts away from the clockwork, looking for the Mirana, but the slight chains not landing from mid one allows her to escape.
Definitely a deep dive, right? I mean, you hit this arrow inside the base, and you're like, okay, well, it's too far, and then suddenly your Sand King's in there, right? But I think that's fair. Ember's dead. You know you need to make some big plays to win this game. You can't just sit back and hope it's going to go well for you. And now Faye harassed in the mid lane. Gotta be a little bit cautious here. Does not want to go too deep, I don't think. Poppy's not here to set up tracks, though, so this Moonlight does work. They've actually placed the sentry mid. They're just like, all right, we have to handle the stupid bounty hunter. I mean, it's crazy he keeps killing them, but Poppy, of course, has spent tons of time just doing this, right? Walking back and forth, so... Yeah, the odds are in his favor.
Yeah, definitely are. Mid one, the chain stun is here. They pop it with a 4-staff, that is, but there is no arrow from Borania. Now the Skadi of Ace, the long range attacks come through. Hook on the high ground though, aggressive. 1v4ing as Mitch drops in the back to mid one. Now the Necro. Still wants to turn and play this. Yol is on low HP, but they've killed the bear. Ace still holds this high ground ramp with the shrine. PG, they won't go in. I think Yol wants to use their own one. The rest of his team don't want to get involved.
Bit of a, I mean, you see this Ember, you know, he's got an invisible when he thinks he's safe. He's under your Observer Sentry combo. You feel like you have to go for the hook, but if the arrow was ready, maybe they have a chance there. Of course, there was quite a bit of backup with the 4 steps there from the rest of the Radiant side, so probably survives anyway, but oh, well, mid one again up top. Oh, he actually gets bashed. Maybe?
The Centaur's killed off.
Heroes around.
Oh, they found the Mirana, but farming Ancient Yapzor was racing the Mirana's movements all the way through with that Vendetta. Calling on Ace to come in with the damage and that 9 times godlike streak. Oh, what's the damage there? Almost 900 gold for Ace. So that moves him much closer to the butterfly, which he's heading into. There's no MKB.
Much closer to mid one. He's been all over the entire map, farming every single wave. You're like, yes, I'm keeping up with this.
Give me some money.
Bastard. Yeah,
Give me some money.
All right. Desperate times. They have purchased the gem. They're gonna hand it off to probably Yol. Looks like Courier's just trying to decide for us. Can't drop it in the backpack. Rather annoying. Yeah, that's the second time now, guys. All right, gotta move. There we go. Now bring the Courier back. Got it. That happens to me like every game still with the gem.
Games like this always remind me of a conversation I had with one of the, not security, but one of the people that worked at the Key Arena at TI.
Yeah.
Was it last year or the year before? Definitely not this year, but I was chatting to one of them down near the press area, and one of them asked me, so the kill score at the top, is it like, you know, a race to 100? What, do the kills matter and mean anything? And I'm like, they kind of don't mean anything, you know? The team with the most kills is probably ahead, but games like this, you know, 14 to 26, Secret are winning, like, actually just straight up winning. EPG,
Good thing we have the net worth bar these days, or the, well, indicator thing of some close value.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give Val credit, it's tiny, but I was down with the bar, man.
So was
I gotta hate on the bar.
I like JJ's one.
Yeah.
Very shiny. I do like that. Well, Secret, what is your plan now? Looks like Ace is not going to go for the butterfly. Wants the assault cuirass to try and again deal with this minus armor, but they're going to get jumped before that happens. The root comes on through the TP in or out. Root coming in. It's the Lightstone retreating. BKB from Marana. Turns back to fight against Poppy. But this is pretty disastrous with Ace doing so much damage from the low ground. Untouched. That's Pioneer taken out of the game. Mid one jumping back in. They've lost the Secret. They've got all their cores. Some of the Reaper's sights slamming down on the Clockwork. The gem, like you said, even if they have it, they are likely to lose it as soon as one bad engagement comes their way. EPG, things are slipping out of their hands very quickly. Abyssal Blade on Lifestealer might be able to remedy this, but Secret have such a stranglehold on this game and such incredibly powerful core players on core heroes that Ace and Mid One really seem untouchable.
Like, it's a bad sign when the fight starts and I see the arrow hit Yapsor. You know I know he's gonna die. I'm like, this fight's over. Like, if they're not arrowing Mid One, I just can't see how it's gonna go well for them. And now they have to use their, like, just split onto the bear, I suppose, but that's 35 seconds where Mid One's like, okay, cool. I'm alright now.
Mid One has a Shivers guard. Even more armor. I saw him pick up the kind of casual plate mail. He was still thinking about the BKB, but he just says, screw it, I'm finishing Shivers. More damage. Yes, a nice bit of slow to chase these guys down as well as we take these team fights relatively simply. EPG definitely meeting a higher caliber of opponent than they have in the qualifier previously. Secret, even with a standard, performing very nicely.
Alright, they have a moment here though. Like, Marana's coming back. Mitch stays alive. It's a tough ask, I know. Oh, hook shot. Go, Mitch, run! Save some hope for your team. Okay, so he's alive. Mid One has no buyback. Maybe they can combo up something here with an Abyssal, kill Mid One. Perhaps they'll be able to get the Aegis for themselves because it's not there quite yet. They gotta wait a while here for Secret. There is still a chance, I think, but obviously it's a slim one.
They need to get that Infest bomb going. Sand King Lifestealer because they need the Force Staff to pop the Lincolns. They need the arrow. They're gonna maybe need the hook shot here as they pop the Lincolns, but remember he's already out. Mid One is way too quick for you to try something like that at this point. He's got into the rhythm of this game. He knows what you need to do to try and kill him, and he knows how to combat it. Remnants straight away as they try to scout out Roshan. The big man is up again. Aegis and Cheese. They start things off inside the pit here with Ace moving on forward. EPG, they're smoking. They're hunting for someone sitting back
They
here.
don't even have a... I don't really have a particularly good anti-Roche lineup either. I mean, it's okay with the hook shot and the Sand King, but it's still a pretty tough fight for them to take in here.
Especially with Yapsor, Force Staff, Ghost Scepter, stopping Moran from doing too much there. The blink starts in onto Poppy, but they don't even kill him. The bounty survives, and now the trackers start coming out. Hook shot forward, catches on the pit while the Chain Frost's there. He can't get away. It's finished off the Ember, and now the Chain Frost bounces through onto Ace. But he's going to Force Staff, gets himself a little bit further out with a good Ghost Shroud and blink away from Hook. dodging the attacks of Marana. They escape with the Aegis and the cheese. Losing mid one and Yabzor seems pretty reasonable for that, because EPG, they kind of needed to stop the Roshan from happening there to have a greater chance of winning this game.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough just to kill mid one at this point, but they have to go as deep as possible here on the Dire. Trying to, well, you think maybe you're trying to force a buyback or something. In the end, it's probably just going to end up them just being controlling lanes. Okay, we coming in here. Yoel, you going to show up?
Are you coming, buddy?
He's way up there.
He is farming. Somehow, that arrow, like, are you kidding me? Barnea, hello? Did you see that?
Aces, yeah, I don't know. That was right through the crack, man.
There's like creeps everywhere. It just comes straight through and hits ace. That was insane. Okay, well, EPG, they take the tier 3. That's a good objective. They've actually managed to convert. Killing mid one, going for the tier 3. Shrines are now open for them to take, so this is going to be a nice boost of gold into them. Are we looking for a scythe on any of them? That's the big question. It's just the Abyssal Blade on Lifestealer, and it doesn't look like... Oh, there is a potential scythe on Mitch. Clockwork wants him.
Potential Bloodthorn as well for the Lifestealer.
Oh, yeah.
Another decent choice. The cheese is in the backpack of Ace, though, and that'll likely be handed off to mid one. So if they miss any sort of an opportunity, then he'll be able to pop that right away. So, and what happened in that fight, though, the arrow, right? I mean, that really feels like their only hope is they have to arrow mid one, which is, of course, much easier said than done. I was so worried for that fight because they blink initiated onto Puppey, out of all people. And you're like, well, that's probably the worst possible target. But because of that, the fight kind of collapsed in. The arrow was flying through, and they made that connection. So perhaps they can be a bit fortunate and have that happen again, especially if there are 3 times the arrows.
Ooh!
That's funny. I way up to level 25 here in just a moment.
Ooh. You know what's sad, Trent? Lich had this helm at like 20 minutes, and now has a helm and a ring of health, trying to buy 4 staff, but Lizard's honestly done a great job with his satyrs. His centaur stomps have been on point in a couple of these team fights, or a couple of these catches, I guess, at least, as they try now with a Lincoln's Pop from Lich. Ember has already jumped over to his Remnant in the middle lane, and Secret, they are gathering, looking for a battle. Mitch alone here, stunned, held in place, and Reaper's side, he won't get finished by that, gets the force down, a bit of distance, low sword, but the Remnants from mid one, coming to damage, slight, not going to, or the chain's even not going to land, and Mitch, he's a bit like Shadow, they're going to try and battle around the coin, they're going to dead, hook to land, 2-man borrow, in there with a life for the infested, comes down, it's gone, but Yoel with a chain frost from Lizard coming through, yeah, dropping low, but the Aegis and cheese, they're here from Secret, they're all alive and full HP, 5 heroes will die from EPG, and there's really nothing left in the tank, as Secret, absolute warriors, running up there into the shrine, battling through the regen, and still a 1-for-5 trade.
That was terrifying. He got bashed up down to 69 HP before remnanting out and then popping that cheese. Nice. A little bit tight there for mid one, just a little. I think he might have, I don't know, actually it's hard to tell me with that buyback, but in the end it doesn't matter because they win that fight. They're pushing through the mid lane, and they're looking good doing it.
What's the answer? EPG?
3 arrows.
3 arrows. 1 creep dies, Puppey nearly gets clipped, but mid one is already starting his work on the bottom lane. In comes Ace or Puppey's Warcry. Get that damage going into the towers. It's demolished, and the bear kicks in hardcore. Cliff is forced. No buyback from EPG. They've got the Sand King respawning now. Lifestealer trying to get up onto the front lines here. Bait Secret into a battle that they potentially can't take. It's that arrow nearly catches mid one. Slides past his butt cheeks. But he's got a safety remnant. Hiding back here, which he'll jump to straight away.
Never refuse gold given.
26k lead. They got more G's than kills in this game.
That's crazy, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, and now he's an Orchid for himself.
What was it at one point? It was like 8 to 22 or something?
Yeah, there was a pretty large separation.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
But Team Secret executing their game plan to perfection. They jump forward, looking for the Sand King. Mid one Remnants again. He's hasted up. He just wants to dive. He wants to kill. He's got an Orchid. Won't find Yoel just yet. Mid one. Flame guards nearly jumping into the tier 3s there alone. Very, very aggressive, but he feels invulnerable at this point.
It just shows like how good of an investment those supports are at the beginning of the game. As oh, that's a nice two-man impale mid lane. Talking about nice supports here as Yaps are setting up for some potential kills, but just drive them back to the base. But yeah, it's very difficult to set that game up, right? It's tough. You got a bounty hunter next assassin. They don't do all that much for the first 10 minutes, honestly. They had some great plays. Nothing on the players, obviously, but it's just the heroes, the nature of them. But I'll tell you one thing, you don't end up with a Lich for 40 minutes of your game. Like, yeah, Lich is pretty sweet for the first, like, 15. Maybe you get some nice ults around that Roche at the 20-minute mark, kind of a deal. But then the rest of the game, you got a Lich. And when you have an Ember Spirit, pushes lanes by himself, Lone Druid pushing all these lanes, Necrophos too, it sure is nice to have two supports that are just scouting out the entire map for you throughout the game. And not a Lich. It's a sad life, man. Oh, hey, there's a ward inside the base. Couriers beware. Hope he's gonna have to keep his eyes peeled.
Yeah, definitely. I try to go in onto Yapzor here, the carapace. And the Force Staff hiding in the trees, but the Rocket Flare scouts him out as the arrows will land from bo3, and they'll kill themselves, kill on the next assassin eventually, coming through from the Mirana.
You had no place here.
Also, the importance of, you know, finding that loophole in the draft, right? Mid one's Ember. They picked it fourth, and they realized that there really isn't anything here that can deal with it. Then the Life Stealer came out, and it was like, cool, this Ember is just going to have free raise in this game. As long as he's not...
This is like, what, first phase ban for the past year or so. Second phase ban, almost assuredly. The mid one Ember.
Yep.
And able to grab it so late in the draft for them. It's always something that's going to be on Secret's mind. They obviously know, just as well as any other team, when they can abuse it.
They do clear the Observer wards inside their base, at least. With this gem from Mitch, but...
Lizard's second investment into Vision this game, a gem form, as they're still holding his other one on bounty.
Poor Lizard. Not the most fun hero to play in this kind of game. Pretty much walk into a fight, throw a Chain Frost, and hope it bounces.
Hope someone casts spells on you to tank some for the rest of your team.
Yeah. Hope you don't die just to like splash damage and AoE collateral or something like that, right?
He still just has that ring of health because he has to keep buying these gems.
Yeah.
But they need them.
This is a good move, though. This is a good move. Mid lane, probably going to be a big indicator that Radiant are getting jumped, but they've already made the move. Necro taken out. And Secret, down one hero. Spread pretty thin across the map here. Mid one shifts down towards the bottom lane. The gem on Mitch. Not going to scout out Puppey just yet. Yapzor is also here. They blink forward with an attempted go on the Mirana, but a two-man burrow strike into the arrow. Oh, what? Goes past Puppey with buff. Okay, now bo3 with no leak. Slowed by the Scardy of H and cleared up. 2 minutes on the sidelines with another kill from the Lone Druid Bear. He gets his double. This is going to be the end of EPG game number 1. Silence out from mid one. The hook shot is there. The bashes. Oh, the missile's not coming through. The Lincoln's going to be popped, and now the damage from the Reaper side. GG is cool. They've lost everyone. It's 5 heroes going to die as Secret wipe them up inside their own base.
Good game. So, like, analyze the overall strategy of a draft. It's pretty clear what Secret had in mind. They just envisioned we get to a certain point. These guys have some pretty weak pickoff, and we just play the game from there. We'll be able to tell exactly where they're going. We'll just build a couple defensive items. Life will be good. I really thought that Ace had some pretty nice